Manchester United returned to the Barclays Premier League after a dog shit result in the Champions League against Wolfsburg, playing newly promoted Bournemouth for the first time in the Barclays Premier League. And at the start of the season, you would have put this down as, even away from home, probably a difficult away game. They would probably sit back and defend for a point, but you would expect Manchester United to have certainly been odds-on favourites. Going into this game, we're not odds-on favourites. We could possibly be favourites, but we're certainly only shady if we are. And to be honest, I think it could be quite an evenly matched game. Both teams have got tons of injuries, 8 or 9 apiece. Their main man Wilson's out injured for the whole season, is what I've been told, which is a real shame for them. He was playing well for them. They've got a number of other injuries, so they're a bit threadbare. But they scored a Murray goal against Chelsea in the dying minutes at Stamford Bridge, and that was a very good win for Bournemouth, because it is a difficult place still to go and win Chelsea. They haven't lost that many home games this season, and really difficult for Bournemouth to stay up this season, but a great win for them. Though from what I heard, they didn't play too well, didn't see the match, but Chelsea were equally as bad or worse than them, and they got the victory. But Manchester United have obviously been in really poor form. The injuries just keep coming, and to be honest, Louis van Gaal's got to take the blame for not strengthening the squad. He's let so many vast experienced players leave, brought in some youngsters, but has got really no cover. We've seen the likes of Luke Shaw, Rojo, so many, McNair, Smalling now, which was obvious. I said Smalling would get injured at some point. He never lasts a full season, does he? Phil Jones, always injured. You know, you're going to get these injuries. We've seen them time and time again. And he hasn't brought in enough players to fill in the void when these players get injured. You've got to overcompensate for these players, because we do get a lot of injuries. A lot of these players are injury prone, you know, like Phil Jones. We know they're going to be out injured a lot, so you've got to have a lot of strength in depth for when they're injured. And we're in a lot of competitions. We're out of 2, we're still in 3, but you know what are we going to do? David De Gea is obviously going to be in goal for this game, but there's no doubt about that. Man of the match for me against Wolfsburg. And in the back 4, it's a real toss-up who's going to be fit. I'm hoping Paddy McNair's fit to play alongside Blind, because it would mean Carrick can then play in the midfield. So they're my that's my partnership. If not, Carrick will have to play there. I'll play Varela on one side and Ashley on the other side. I don't want to see Borthwick Jackson in there. I just think it'd be too inexperienced in that defence for my liking. And I think it is really a shame that he's had to bring a player from the under-18 squad who he'd never seen play. He admitted that he asked the coaching staff there what players they'd got in that position, and they recommended him. So he'd only seen him in probably a few training sessions and practice matches, which isn't good enough. This is Manchester United. Louis van Gaal should have got a lot of experience in these fullback areas. He's let the likes of Evra go over the last year, Buckner, Johnny Evans in central defence, Raphael as well. That's a lot of experience there. I mean, and he's got to play inexperienced players in Champions League and vital Premier League games. It's just not good enough for me, and Louis van Gaal's really got to take the blame for that. I'm sorry, he's let vast experienced players in midfield and further forward go as well. It's just not good enough. But moving into the midfield, I think we're going to see Fellaini back in midfield again. I mean, Bastian Schweinsteiger is out for 3 games with a ban, so unless that goes overturned, he's going to miss. Morgan Schleidlin could play there as well if he's fit. Alongside Carrick, we will have to see what goes on there. But if Carrick's got to play in the centre of defence, then it will be Fellaini and hopefully Schneidlin if he is definitely fit in this game. I wouldn't expect Wayne Rooney to come back and play. He could possibly play in a midfield role. I've seen a lot of people say that. I don't want to see him in midfield at all. I think his best position really for me is probably the number 10. I've always said I prefer him in that position. Though he has been dog shit this season, I'm afraid. And I think if he's back in the squad, he has to be on the bench for this game. Has to work his way back into the team. Moving further forward in the team, on the wings, it's probably going to be Lingard, possibly Memphis. A lot of people, I did actually say I prefer to see Memphis in the number 10 role in the week, but actually for once, Wabata played well in that number 10 role. He hasn't played particularly well in the number 10 role for Manchester United. Actually, some of his better performances have actually been on the wing, so He could either play on the wing or we could play Memphis there. Either one I'm happy with. I would personally still like to see Memphis in that central role, in that number 10 role, given that game in this game. Obviously Martial's got to play up front. I'm sorry, we can't be bringing Wayne Rooney back into the team. Martial has actually gone on a massive goal drought of about 8 games, I think it was, for Manchester United, and only about 1 goal in about 16, 17 games for club and country. But he did score in the week, so he's ended that few game goal drought, which is great to see. We need to get him back scoring goals again. We need to get him back scoring goals on a consistent basis in the Premier League. So hopefully he can do that. Obviously it's down to the tactics as well. I'm hoping that Louis van Gaal will employ some of the tactics shown in the week when we had to go for it. I think it's just been this cautious sideways, backwards passing to just killing Manchester United, to be honest. And he knows that the defence, which I've been saying all season, has been exposed a lot of times. It's not been our fault that the likes of Sadio Berahino have missed guilty chances in the Premier League. Zarate for West Ham, Moses, that bloke in the Moscow game, Schürrle in the week, Mr. Sitter. You know, it's not Manchester United's fault. We're giving away the chances. So other teams should be punishing us, I'm afraid. And I just do not think the defence is up to standard. And I think that's how Louis van Gaal feels as well, which is his own fault. He could have sorted the defence out in the summer. But I think he does feel the defence isn't good enough and he thinks it will get exposed if we attack. That's why I think he is playing more of this cautious play. But you know, to be honest, I think we should just go for it. Attack. This football is boring and Manchester United do not want to see boring football. We just don't. As Manchester United fans, we are the biggest club in the world. And we are known for our attacking play. So I believe we should be going out all out to attack. I think a lot of fans would be happier if we were drawing games 3-3 or 2-2, or even some games we may be possibly losing 3-2 if we were actually going out and playing good attacking football. You know, that's what we want to see as Manchester United fans. But at the end of the day, I would be happy with a 1-0 in this game. We will have to see how it goes. I mean, they haven't scored bags and bags of goals, but some games lately, like they did against Everton, they did score 3 goals. So they could cause a shock. But I think Manchester United might just sneak this game sort of 2-1 or something. I think we will concede because our defence is even worse now with the injuries. But I'm hoping the attacking play, if Juan Mata does play in that number 10 role, hopefully he will slide the ball through, feed Martial again like he did in that Champions League game with his pace. Hopefully he will be able to get in behind Bournemouth's back four and really create some real clinical chances, which I don't think we're creating enough clear-cut chances in a lot of games this season. Certainly not. In the last couple of games we've created more chances. Certainly in that Wolfsburg game we created a lot more clear-cut chances for me and looked a lot better. So hopefully we can get the win. It will be tight, but hopefully we can. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will talk to you all again soon. See ya.